Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video, and today we are here to celebrate the US Grand Prix this weekend, and we're taking it back to the classics once more. Really wanted to try out some of these classic cars once again. Obviously doing the SRL Classics Leagues I enjoy driving some of these older cars, but today we're going to be taking on USA short for hopefully what I would imagine would be quite a frantic little race, obviously with the both classes of cars, going to be quite a few lapping of the slower cars. But yeah, hopefully, you guys do go on to enjoy this video. But let's move on then into the US Grand Prix.
Welcome to Texas, where we've had approximately 120,000 race fans through the gates to attend this year's US Grand Prix. They're excited, we're excited. I hope you're excited too.
So here we are then on the grid, starting right from last place. So that means we all will have to get our way all the way through the C2 class of cars, as well as then trying to fight our way through the C1 pack as well. But yeah, obviously going to be a no-stop. The tyres on the classic cars, just is non-existent. Only going to run about 15 laps worth of fuel, actually, for this 14-lap race. But here we are then on the grid, ready for the US Grand Prix. We've got two of the 1990 McLarens alongside me, but it's 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go off to a very wheel spinny start. Obviously going to get a much better launch than the cars around me here as we fly down towards turn 1, trying to weave our way through these slower cars, braking it nice and early into turn 1. Obviously hugely different braking distances. Want to make sure we keep it nice and clean, and on the exit just try and floor it out, get as many positions as we possibly can there. We've actually fought our way all the way through all the C2 class of cars there in just one corner, so quite happy with that. We're able to make our way all the way through those guys nice and quickly. And now, as we come in through Sector 2, losing the back end absolutely massively there as we get caught up behind a couple of the R26s here. We're going to think about going for a move down the inside of one of them here, just about park it alongside him there. We need to move up into P9 of the Grand Prix there. And now, you can see we're making our way through the C1 pack of cars already here, losing the back end once more. This RB6. Very loose when it wants to be, but I'm going to think about going for a move down the other side of the other Renault. We just about get the car past him there. Now up into P8 of the Grand Prix. So yeah, just about, able to make those moves on the Renaults. They're very tight. They don't really want to give you the room, but they sort of have to once you've got enough of the car alongside. So by the end of lap 1 though, we're up to P8 of this race. You can see we're all over the back of one of the F2007s here. Going to get a slightly better run out of the final corner there. We've just got that little bit more power than me down in towards turn 1, so we're going to think, are we going to go for a late lunge line? We're going to have a look down the inside there once again, go for a little bit of a half-hearted move there, squeeze them out wide on the exit there and all over the curbs, and we now move up into P7. You can see now there's a couple of cars going side by side, a little bit up the road as well, which is certainly ideal for me, but unfortunately not able to make anything from that. But now, as you can see, we go dive it down the inside of one of the other F2007s. They're up into P6 of the Grand Prix, so we're making ground up nice and quickly in the early stages of this race. You can see the top guys are starting to make quite a bit of a breakaway here as we come through the final couple of corners, and now skipping on to lap 3 here, all over the back of one of the McLarens from 2008 here, the MP4-23, pushing him out onto this short back straight here. We're going to dive it down the inside once more, looking at the front left, trimming the corner ever so slightly, but now we move up into P5 of the race. He thinks about trying to go down the inside again, but fortunately for me, just able to hold on for now, and now just one lap later, all over the back of one of the F2002s. We're going to think about going for a move down the inside from quite far back there, but we are able to move now up into P4. So, we've been fighting our way through the pack nice and quickly here, making moves when the opportunities do arise. And now, as you can see, skipping on to the end of lap 6 here, we're all over the back of the other MP4-23 through the final corner, almost pushing in there on the exit of the corner, squeeze him out wide ever so slightly over the curbs. We set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well. It's going to be a drag race down towards turn 1, once again just having that little bit more power than myself. But we're going to dive it down the inside into turn 1, pinching the front left wheel there, but we now move up onto the podium of this Grand Prix. We're already halfway through the race, and as you can see there's a huge gap to the other RB6 that is currently leading the way here as we come through the first sector. Just how much aerodynamical grip this car has, it's quite ridiculous. It just grips in through that S section there, and now you can see we're already making big inroads on the F2002 in P2 of the race here, and hopefully, if we can pounce on him and then just focus on the race lead here. You can see he's already coming up to the C2 class of cars, so we're definitely going to be lapping them very soon as well. So hopefully, you know, we can try and gain a bit of time on him through all those cars there. And as I'm saying that, we go past P3, the other F2002, and now into P2 of the Grand Prix. The gap to the race leader of just over 6 seconds. We're going to have to close down a second a lap here as we come through turn 1. Through the final corner. Actually, I don't know why I said turn 1 there, but yeah, out through the final corner, losing the back end absolutely massively. But we set the fastest lap once more. They're getting into the 1-minute 9s in this Grand Prix here. So the pace is definitely on my side at the moment now. So you can see, skipping on a little bit further on into lap 10 here. Starting to lap a few cars there. The Ferrari, 95 Ferrari there, just completely parking it on the apex there. And we make a huge mistake through the next couple of corners there, running hugely wide through the gravel trap there. Fortunately for me, not losing out on too much time, and now you can see the RB6 just a couple of seconds up the road here as I lose the back end once more. Really trying to push this car. At the moment, you can see coming out the final corner once more, the back end all over the shop. We set another fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and now with just 3 laps to go, the gap is now down to just 2 seconds between myself and the race lead here. Pinching the front left as we try and break up into turn 1, but we're just pushing this car so much at the moment, you know, just trying to gain as much time as we possibly can. You know, really feel that, you know, we're still in the shot of winning this Grand Prix if he does get held up behind a couple of slower cars. You can see coming through Sector 1, now into Sector 2, just trying to clip all the apexes as well as possible here, just absolutely pushing this car to the limit. You can see he's so much closer, he's getting caught up behind the 98 Mclaren there. They nearly make contact as they come down into the next braking zone there, and that's going to give me a little bit more time. The McLaren parking it on the exit there, where we are able to get past him as well, and now we've just got 2 laps, 2 and a bit laps even, to try and close all the way back up to the RB6 here. And now skipping on 1 lap later, we are now closing on this race leader. See, down in towards the final couple of corners here. He's still got about 1.5 seconds up the road ahead of me here, but if we absolutely push as much as possible on this final lap, don't lose the back end out of any of the corners, you know, we just try and push this car to the absolute limits here. It's down in towards turn 1, going to brake as late as we possibly dare, missing the apex ever so slightly as we do lock up the inside tyre once more there, but get a nice clean exit out of turn 1 here, and now down in towards the S section. This is really where I can make quite a lot of time up on the opposition here as we go through the sector, actually nailing all the apexes there quite nicely, running a tiny bit wide out of the corner there, and that's been a costly little error. You can see we're still closing up all over the back of this other RB6, down, breaking down in towards Sector 2, you know, halfway through Sector 2 now. You can see there is actually a lap car just a tiny bit further up the road, and we're now almost pushing this RB6 through this second sector here, down, breaking into the horrible, tricky double right-hander there. As you see, horrible, just trying to get the power on the exit there, and unfortunately, he's made a tiny bit of a breakaway there as we come through this fast Turkey section. One final time in this Grand Prix here. Sparks are flying from his rear diffuse there, but he's going to get caught out behind the McLaren there. He's going to have a look down the inside. I'm going to go down the inside of him. And in the final corner, final lap of the Grand Prix, we've come through to take the race victory.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Well, that was certainly a very, very intense end to that US Grand Prix. They're able to make the move on the final corner of the race there. You know, he just got caught out right at exactly the wrong time behind I think that was one of the 91 McLarens there, but we've done it last to first in the US Grand Prix. Very, very happy with that result in the end. But yeah, hopefully, you know, you guys did enjoy that video. You know, really enjoyed it driving this car once more. Once you get into a rhythm with it, it is a really nice car to drive overall. Only one retirement there, one of the 1995 Ferraris. But yeah, hopefully, as I said, you know, you guys have enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe if you want to see more last to first, you know, on this channel. But yeah, hopefully, as I said, you know, and I will see you guys next time for a brand new video.